Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session. Today, we're going to talk about making learning visible. We're going to share with you 5 tech tools that we love and some low tech, no tech ideas that we love, like Maker. My name is Nancy Penchev, and I will be sharing with you today, along with some of my students from Shetkill Community School in North Miami Beach, Florida. If you would like to reach out and share some ideas that you have with me, I would love to get some ideas from you guys. So please email me at nancypenchev@gmail.com. You can go to my website to find this presentation and lots more at nancypenchev.com. And nancypenchev.edublogs.org is where I blog once a month. I send out at the beginning or the end of the month, I send out all the amazing things that I found that I kind of collected for myself. And if I'm going to keep it for myself, I might as well share it with other people. Things that I found on Twitter or social media in general and through emails and other sources. So let's go ahead and get started. These are the 5 tech tools that I'm going to share with you. We have Screencastify. Ella is going to talk with you about Screencastify. Canva and Leah is going to talk with you about Canva. Minecraft, Flipgrid, Slides Mania. Those are the 5 main tech tools. And then we have a couple other things that we want to share as well. So Screencastify is obviously a great tool. You're here at their sessions, and we love it for many reasons. My kids like it because they can record what they've learned and figure out how to show me what they have picked up. They can show me how they solved a problem in math. They can show me how they found certain information for their project because we're learning about digital safety and digital honesty, and we're not copying and pasting information, and we're always showing our sources. So when they're telling me what they've learned, they can show me their sources, right? I also use it for professional development. I do a potty PD, learning in the loo. I love those things. So I created a potty PD for our school, and once a month I put a little poster in the bathrooms for the teachers at my school, and I put a little QR code that is linked to a Screencastify video that teachers can scan and learn more about the topic that they see there. So the video right here, that's a potty PD. And you'll see one of the potty PDs on the next slide, I believe. And then Ella loves Screencastify. She sends me videos quite often, showing me what she's learned, what her favorite things are. We were learning about pumpkins, and I got lots of videos that show me what she had learned and what her favorite pumpkins were. She's figured out that she can make a question. She can just make the video with a question about what she wants to ask, and then I make a video and send it back to her. When teachers come to me, I'm also the instructional technology coordinator, as well as the STEM design teacher at my school. And so when teachers have a question, they're like, hey, I don't want to bother you. It's not a bother. I always tell them, you're not bothering me. I'm here to help you. But they'll say, I don't want to bother you, but can you remind me how I'm supposed to do this or this or this? So instead of trying to write out directions, I make a quick video, send it back, and they can watch it, start it, and stop it as many times as they need to. Our admin has also started using Screencastify for those meetings that could have been an email. And instead of now of an email, they just make a quick video and say, hey, here is what we're going to work on for this week. Here's some reminders, and you guys have a great day. And it's such a blessing to experience that. But let me show you Ella's video.
Hi, Ms. Penchup and Screencastifiers. Today I'm going to show you 3 things I like about Screencastify. So it says right here, Screencastify is so fun. My first thing I like about Screencastify is that you could draw, you could choose the mouse, and make kind of shapes and stuff like that. My second reason I like Screencastify is that you can show yourself or your computer screen. So I could show my computer screen, or I could show myself if I click webcam or something. That's my second reason. My third reason I like Screencastify is that you can show people what you're typing in Screencastify, not just things with your mouse. See, like, I'm going to add something to here. Screencastify So you could see what I'm typing. See, you see that? That's what I love about it. So that was my third reason. And that's my slide about 3 things I like about Chickeny Bye!
So I love Ella. And I love the fact that she was so willing to do this for me. And her mom was like, "Yeah, let's do it. Okay, come on, Ella." So it was really great. So, oh, I forgot that's going to play. So, the next thing that I wanted to show you guys is Canva. Again, I have a student here to tell you about Canva. This is Leah. Let's take a listen to what she says about Canva.
Hi, I'm Leah Sharbani, and these are a couple reasons I like Canva. First, Canva is really fun, and you could do a lot with Canva. And Canva is really easy to use. You have a lot of options, and those are a couple reasons why I like Canva.
So, Leah's a fifth grader, and she is now my graphic designer. Her and one of her friends I've hired to be my graphic designer for class. Canva is a tool that allows you to create posters, videos, presentations, all kinds of infographics, all kinds of amazing things. So I use Canva. I made this poster here because the kids were saying, "Hey, my computer's really slow. What do I do?" So instead of me having to say it 100 times a day, I made a poster. I put it on our class website and they can look at it. And I also printed it and put it in the front of the room and they can see what they can do. I use it with my fifth graders, and I have them start off using Canva by creating a poster about themselves to share with me so I can get to know who they are. Most of them I have taught since they were 2 years old, but I still use this project with them so they can get to know Canva. They're like, "Hey, can I do this?" I'm like, "I don't know. Go figure it out. Can you?" And they go play and they make amazing things. One of the things we're working on right now is we have a water unit in fifth grade. They're learning everything about water, and they're also learning about advertising and how they can bring attention to problems with the water using PSAs and advertising. So, right up here, this was Annie. She made this last year in the water unit. It's a logo that she created for um, the the bigger advertising unit that she created. So that is a logo that she made through Canva. And then here, and this is Nicole's work, we have recently watched a video about different corporations that are creating things that help save water and help save our environment. So she made this as a pitch for that company and why they were the best company that she thought was in the mix there. So then Minecraft. Minecraft is amazing. I know nothing about it. I went to a Minecraft EDU class. I still don't understand what's going on, but my kids love it. And I want my kids to use things that they love, right? So when I was teaching a math class and we were making array cities, I said, make an array city. Use, slides, use paper and pencil, use Legos, whatever you want. And then I got home and I started watching my videos that the kids had made to show me their array city. And Eddie had made his in Minecraft. And his opening line was, "This is Minecraft. You think it's just for fun, but it's also for learning too." And he shows me this whole city he made and tells me the arrays from each building. And it was beautiful. This is a tweet that I sent out just today. It is the Minecraft club that met this morning. They meet, it's a student led club. Jonathan came and said, "Hey, can we start a club for Minecraft?" And I said, "I don't know how to play." And he said, "I do." I said, "Okay, then." So he comes in and he leads the class. We have a whole class full of students who come in and play and love it. And the parents like it because the kids get up early to come to school that day. So they love that part. The kids bring in their own devices. Some of them play on my devices and they teach each other and they support each other. And this morning they were saying, "I got a lot of gold." I said, "Is that good?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Yay." And somebody else said, "I found something." And I said, "Is that good?" And they said, "No." "Oh no, you can do it." So I'm there to cheer and take pictures, and they're there to teach and learn and have a good time. This video is a project that Tolly did. Last year we were doing ecosystems. And so she chose desert as her ecosystem and she created a slideshow. But then she also went in, they had to create an ecosystem in some way. And she created her ecosystem in Minecraft. So I'm going to fast forward it a little bit.
Winters are long and cold. Is where animals.
So until we get, oh, there we go.
In front of you, you see a thermometer that tells the current temperature. It is right now 99 degrees Fahrenheit. Now look at these beautiful camels. As we walk, you will see more and more animals, like these bobcats. And another feline like these mountain lions.
So she was able, and some of the animals weren't exactly the right animals. She says that in the video on point, but she was able to create this whole world and do everything that was required for her unit. She put up signs to let the information come through, and it was amazing. And I was so impressed. And I keep telling this to our staff at my school and to the different people that I've talked to. I'm like, you got to use this. And they say to me, I don't know how. And I'm like, me either, but look at what they made. And it's so cool. I don't have to know because my kids know. So Minecraft is something that we definitely love.
I didn't.
And and in fact, one of the kids yesterday or Tuesday was creating a water cycle game to teach kids about the steps of the water cycle in Minecraft. He grabbed my iPad. He's like, hey, can I use your device? I'm like, sure. So he grabs my iPad. He starts making it, and I'm watching, and I'm like, oh, and did a fabulous job. Just completely fabulous. Flipgrid is another tool that we love. And this is Eddie's video that I mentioned earlier. Let's take a look.
This game called Minecraft, many schools use it. You think I'm just playing this game for fun. This game is for fun, but it's also for studying. Like, I built this whole city. It took me a long time to build it, but I'm going to explain these buildings in arrays. Like, this building is a 6 by 12. It's 12 blocks high, 6 blocks wide.
And so he keeps going. Flipgrid has been such a valuable tool. My kids have, like Eddie and Sabrina, have totally taken on Flipgrid. And it's like they have their own YouTube channels and they're explaining to me, they're learning, and they have amazing conversations. But if we were in the classroom and I was wanting for them to tell me about it, they would be a little more shy than they are going through Flipgrid. Flipgrid is free. It's part of the Microsoft programs. You create your account, you create a grid, you create your topics, and then you can share the topics with students through emails, through links, through embed codes. I use embed codes with Flipgrid all the time. We use it at least weekly in different classes. In my science classes that I'm teaching right now, at least weekly, somebody is creating information on Flipgrid to tell me about what they've learned, to tell me about what they've made, to tell me about what they think about what they've learned. Anytime we do a project, we always do a reflection. They know it will not hurt my feelings, but I need to know if this was a good project and I need to use it again, or if I need to chuck it out the window. So please tell me honestly what you think. And they're like, Miss Pinchuk, I'm really sorry. I did not like this, but I think if you did this, it would make it better. I love Flipgrid. You should really check it out. I highly recommend checking it out. Slides Mania. Listen, the outline that I'm using today, the slideshow that I'm creating for you, this is a Slides Mania design. This lady who creates Slides Mania is amazing. You see the little logo up on the top. It says, I'm a slides maniac. That's me. I am a slides maniac because I cannot get enough of her work. This is the Potty PD that I created on Slides Mania. It's just a flat poster, but you can scan it and see the video that I made on Screencastify that explains how to go in and how you can set it up. If you want to make a game board, she's already made it. Go use hers. They're free. If you want to have jazzy presentations like this, she's already made it. Go grab it. If you need a planner for your class, if you need a calendar for your class, morning meeting, you name it, she has it. And then she also has a section that other teachers have created based on her work and based on their own work. And you can use that as well. They're free. You can get it in a Google slide or in a PowerPoint template. And there are so many, and they're so pretty. I used one of them for my science lessons for 3rd grade with our flower power unit. And I went ahead and created the entire unit. And anytime I needed to slide something in, I could go in later if I found something new to add in, and I could add it in. And it was beautiful, and it looked like I had spent all of this time, and I did not. The games that she's created are already hyperlinked. It's done for you. It's so amazing. I'm telling you, she's wonderful, and she gives everything out for free. So definitely check it out. You will notice on her site that there's a lot of ads. Well, she's got to make money some way. I have no problem with her ads because she's got to make money some way, and she's giving me so much amazing stuff for free. Go check her out. I really can't say enough about it. Wonderful. Some low tech or no tech options. Padlet is a very low tech option for kids to share their work. When we got sent home for COVID, we were already using Padlet at my school. I use it religiously all the time, but we started using it a lot more when we were at home. A lot of our teachers made the Padlets that are shelf Padlets, and each student had their name at the top of a shelf. And their homework, they took a picture of their homework, put it on the Padlet. If they had to answer questions for something, they had a Padlet. They answer questions. One of our teachers in the high school used it for her daily check-ins. The students would check in, talk about what they had learned, what they loved, what they were thinking about. It's an amazing tool. You can post text, you can post pictures, you can do videos, and you can create videos straight into the program. You can make maps, you can make timelines. Our PE coach used a timeline Padlet, and he would post workouts. He and his son would do workouts, and then they would post the workout, and the kids could go in and choose Monday through Friday which workout they wanted to do each day, and have that to do whenever they wanted. Amazing tool. I could use it to collect work. So the Padlet, the picture that you see here, this is a Padlet that I used in my math class last year. We were doing a perimeter and area house project. So students were measuring things in their houses. They were finding out how big the bedroom was, how big the bathroom was. They were making their name using area. They were making a perimeter person. They were finding things in their classroom to measure. And they were designing their own house. So they had to pick a place that they wanted to put their house. So they put the map in here of their place where they wanted it. They ended up designing their own house, finding the perimeter and area of their house. It could only be, I think it was 825 square foot was the highest, the biggest it could be. So they had to be very creative. They had to design it. Did they want to have rooms? Is it just one big open room? They had to find the flooring. We went on Lowe's.com and HomeDepot.com and looked for flooring. They had to decide, do I want tile floor? Do I want laminate floor? Do I want wood floor? What is going to be the cheapest? What's going to be the most expensive? Where do I want to be? Do I want the same flooring throughout the house or different flooring in every part of the house? So we had a great time with that. We ran out of time. We were going to try to make models of the house, and school was over before we were ready for that. But it was an amazing project. And so I got to see what the kids were working on. Every day they posted what they did because they had a checklist of, you have to do 8 of these 12 things, pick what you want to do and go to work on it. And so they would post their work to show me what they did. I also have links here. This is a wild and crazy animals that we did in 3rd grade last year, where we were learning about the different parts of animals and why animals have these parts. And then I gave them a spinner, and it would have like elephant ears and a bunny tail and horse legs and whatever. And they would spin it like 4 times and then create the animal based on what they had spun. So this is our wild and crazy animals. And this is a water cycle that my 5th graders last year created. They created the water cycle and posted it to Padlet. They could use anything they wanted. Some of them used Canva. Some of them used paper and pencil. Some of them used Google Slides. Some used Google Drawing. They had no set parameters. They just had, this is what needs to be included. Go do it. So you can see how we used it. Padlet is a paid program, but it is well worth it for what you get. And then Maker. I highly recommend that you try Maker in your classroom. I've been a teacher for 23 years, and it is the best thing I've ever done in my classroom. I saw Maker for years at conferences, and I was like, nope. I'm not doing this, and that's another thing. I'm not going to do it. And then I said, fine, I'll try one little thing. And I saw the greatness of the kids who did it and what they grew and how they loved and how they problem solved. And I said, okay, we'll try it in one class. And we did, and it was amazing. I said, okay, we'll try it. We'll do a project and all across the grade levels. And we did. And again, it was amazing. So I use Maker across the board as much as possible. Maker is completely just letting kids make. Sometimes I tell them no technology in this one. Sometimes I say only technology in this one. And sometimes I say be free, do what you want to do. So here's some ideas. We made force, motion, and magnet games using cereal boxes last year in third grade. So they had to have a magnet game that the magnet did something in the game. I'm telling you, the games that I got were phenomenal. I had no idea that you could do some of that. We had everything from basketball with magnets to drawing with magnets. We had a fashion show with magnets. It was amazing. They created board games and math. Did book reports in ELA using different things that they found around. They built characters. They built the scenery. They used recyclable materials, or they got paper and pencil and went to draw. They used paint. They used clay, whatever they want to use. We did a human body science museum last year in fourth grade, and they had to make a part of the human body. And we made it at home because we were out and back, and some kids were in class and some kids were at home. And so, to make it fair for everyone, everybody did a home project, and it was a family-based project. Families were encouraged to help, which some of the dads love, because we have some doctors and we have some surgeons on our in our school, and they had a ball creating these lifelike things with their kids. We have some EMTs. We had an actual heart that worked. We had cakes with cake eyeballs, and we had brains, and we had eyeballs. We had hearts and lungs, and you name it, we had it. Some of them were like art pieces, and some of them were working models, and everything was amazing. We did Array Cities. I told you about that with math. ELA, I just saw a thing on Twitter where someone created a plot mountain. So, you draw the plot mountain, but they actually had the kids get materials and make a mountain. And then we use like sticks and little cut up index cards to label the part of the story where it was on that plot mountain. Amazing idea. You could do that with writing and with reading. A story without words. I saw this in I did a podcast with Canada teachers, and it was for early childhood. And so they had teachers were using found objects for students to create a story. The students were the authors, but they didn't use pencils. Instead, they used objects that they found to tell the story. I thought that was beautiful. Pernell Rip also had something about that, I believe, last year in middle school, where they were telling stories, also using objects and not necessarily writing everything out. So I have a few videos here of recent games that we have made.
Hi, Miss Penchiv. We made a project about water, and we have a bunch of trivia questions. The first question is about trivia about water, and then the next question is about the water cycle. Yeah. If you get it correct, David's gonna tell you what happens. You throw it to the right, on the target, to the answer you think it is, and then if you make it, then you can go on to the next question, and you earn points. The first one to get to 10 points wins.
So this idea came from Global Maker Day, which I am a part of now. I've presented at Global Maker Day since the founding of it, and I'm a part of the planning team now. And during this year's session, I was listening to a group of teachers, a teacher and her students, and they were creating games. And I was like, that would be so much more fun than giving a paper pencil test. They have to create a game. Now, this is not as in depth as we will go later in the year. This was just make a quick game. Well, how could we make a game? Here's another one. And again, I didn't give them parameters. I said, however you want to do it.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to be sharing my game today on what is the water cycle from the Brain Pop. Okay, let me just share my screen 1 second. Go. Okay. And this is my game, and these are the characters.
So this student said to me, can I make my game using Google Sheets? And I said, I have no idea how you're going to do that, but go for it. And then I watched this and I was amazed. I was like, I have never thought of doing something like that. But he created the whole game board using Google Sheets because he was like, I'll have the lines there. And he goes through and explains everything. And again, this will be on my website. You can go back and watch it.
My game, and they are already simple and easy. The first one is
So he made a Kahoot. Again, I didn't even think of a Kahoot as an option until I watched this, and I was like, yeah, why can't they make a Kahoot? Today, when I was doing that with another class, one of the kids said, hey, can I make a quizzes? And I'm like, okay. The another one said, can I make a gim kit? We couldn't figure out how to get him signed up as a teacher to make a gim kit. So he planned it for me, and then he can make it on my account later. They made flashcard games. They made all kind of board games. They made word searches and crossword puzzles. They had some Pictionary game. They had charades. You name it. They came up with all of these ideas. And I find that if I give them an idea, if I say make a board game about, then it limits them because maybe they don't know a lot about board games. But there's so many other things that they can figure out, and so I just leave it open, and they make beautiful things for me. All right, we're gonna go through this again. Okay, let's see.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to be sharing my game today on what is.
Someday in my life, I will make that not happen. Okay, so art. One of the things that I have been trying to teach through our social studies lab before, when I taught social studies lab, and now that I'm teaching science, I'm teaching sketchnoting because I feel it is very important that students learn different ways of taking notes. So we sketchnote quite a bit in science. And once they learn jot dots in third grade. They learn different note-taking skills and study skills in each grade level at our school. But with me, right now I have third, fourth, and fifth grade. So they all learn sketchnoting as well. And once they've gotten about halfway through the year and they've learned a couple of different ways to take notes, then it's up to them how they take the notes. But right now we do sketchnoting. So this is the water cycle. And you can see some of them are amazing, right? I asked them to use words. I asked them to use pictures. And then I asked them to also throw some color in there if possible. Now, some of these pictures turned out black and white, even though there were some color. But it's okay. Also, music. Let me tell you, there is a bunch of different apps that you can use for turning your spoken word into raps. And it is so much fun. So I can simply read out the water cycle. I can talk about the different parts of the water cycle and say it to the rap into that app, and then it turns it into the rap. So it'll pick hot songs that are out right now that artists have given permission to use their beats in them, and it turns it into a rap, and it's hilarious. Now, it doesn't put it in order, so if it's a foreign language, then it probably won't sound right because everything will be out of order. But if you're talking about science and it's out of order, who cares? Because it's funny. So Shmuel, look that up. Shmuel, SMULE. They have several different apps that you can create your own rap songs with it, and my kids love it. Also with Flocabulary, if you have Flocabulary, they have a build your own rap into every video that they have. You can assign students to create their own rap about the topic, and that's a lot of fun as well. If you have BrainPop, they can create their own movie in BrainPop. They can also code with some of the things in BrainPop too, so that's a lot of fun. My kids always ask, can I make a Scratch for this? Scratch is a coding platform. I know it just enough to get them started, and then they figure it out and learn more. So there are just a ton of programs that you can use that are non-traditional, not paper pencil tests, but kids can show what they know and show off all of their skills. So just a reminder, we talked about Screencastify, Canva, Minecraft, Flipgrid, Slidesmania, Maker, Padlet, so many wonderful tools that you can use to have your kids create and share what they've learned. If you want more ideas, check out my website, nancypinchev.com. This is the homepage here. That's me as Fancy Nancy. And you will see up at the top, there's some publication and press, things that I've published out in the world. And then they'll have 2021 presentations. That's where you'll find this, as well as lots of other things that I've done. During the rush to online learning, I produced a lot of content. I gathered a lot of content and posted it. So you will see there's some for teachers, some for parents, all kinds of different webinars that I created and lots of different things here. And then when you click more, you'll see a lot of other years there and a lot of presentations. I have a lot of how-to guides. I have a lot of stuff. If you see anything on my website that you think would be useful to share with other people, please do. Please feel free to take and use it, because my biggest fear is to make something and it sit there and nobody use it. So please feel free to use my website and share it with others. Here is the credits for this presentation from Slides Mania. You can see where she got everything and what she's using. I always leave this in my slides because I think she deserves so much credit. She also has editable icons that you can include in your presentation. She always has lots of great stuff and funny quotes and funny information about animals a lot of times, and I just really like that. So that was my presentation. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something, and I hope you have a great day. Please get in touch with me if you ever have a question about anything. Let me go back to my website. Here we go, nancypinchev.com. And you can email me at nancypinchev@gmail.com. And I'd love to connect on Twitter. It is my name, Pinchev, Penchev, ABLE. So I would love to connect. Have a great day.